This Conference USA Big 12 Mountain West and Pac-12 Conference Tournament edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today. Bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Head over to store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com and use promo code MADNESS for 10% off orders of $40 or more.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
The technical team is very upset right now.
What happened?
We just had something restarted. We got a little screw up on the screen. That's all right. No big deal, Sean. Don't worry. It's March. It's madness.
Woo! It's smoking my weed.
Joining us here to talk college basketball, Colby Dant, aka the artist, formerly known as the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
The only screw up here was that Boston College decided to all of a sudden blow somebody out in the final 4 minutes of that ACC game.
Let's go, Boston College.
Sorry for your loss, Colby.
Late in six, never in doubt. And if you're watching live on YouTube, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, you can see me in my sweet Beavers jersey, aka this is from the movie Teen Wolf. So I'm rocking
It's
the
got
Teen Wolf himself.
Not the sequel, the OG.
Yeah, I don't know what team did he play for in the sequel.
I don't know, but I'm just saying if the youth don't know and they go and turn on Teen Wolf 2, you're in for a fucking rude awakening.
Yeah, no, definitely the original, and we got a ton more conference tournament picks. This is just we're picking every conference, and got some long shots floating around. Although UMass did hit the wall today, Colby.
Yeah. Frank Martin, that was tough. They weren't healthy.
You tried to talk me out of the Loyola Ramblers. I didn't listen.
You said Frank Martin so many times on the show.
Well, they had they had some injuries.
So many times.
That one I'm okay with.
If you're just checking in on youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, make sure you smash that subscribe button, toss us a thumbs up. You can see we have our diving mask in studio here. It's the old school. It's the classic one. That's the one Colby requested.
Can I go ahead and say, yeah, I did like the vintage mask.
Oh, sorry. It's getting hot in here. Just going to have to.
This is the best episode we're doing, guys.
Take my sweatshirt off so you can see this sweet fire. I don't know why I agreed to do this. Modeling for Colby, sweet new college
well,
basketball.
Isn't that funny? Because I'm doing an SGPN.
Oh, look at that! Look at this beautiful.
All in the store. Let's go.
Mine's not in the store, but look just to show off.
Get up McAfee style with your guns out too. That's perfect. Yeah.
Look out, McAfee.
Me and Colby will just make sounds in the mic while you talk.
I've been waiting for Brett Favre to try to sue you, man.
Oh, he wouldn't have the courage to sue me.
Can you imagine?
Legal eagle over here.
This motherfucker dumb enough to send his dick via text message to get caught, and now also
he really went from like a public favorite. Remember after something about Mary, he fucking killed it in that, and then
literally you can't. There's only a couple of people that are gonna piss off your entire fan base. You sue McAfee. That's it. Anyone who liked Brett Favre
let's
also
talk about the women's volleyball court. But
gosh, I mean, look,
you didn't know where that money was going.
I don't like that he stole the money, but I appreciate that he put it towards amateur athletics.
True.
I just wish my dad cared enough to commit massive fraud to help my youth sports team. I mean, Ryan.
It wasn't necessarily. It did go to a state institution.
Okay.
The wrong one.
It seemed whatever he's being accused of, my dad would never go the extra distance to get that.
If I've learned one thing about youth volleyball, it's a giant pyramid scheme. They're all in it for the money. No one's in it for the kid. So Brett Favre was just doing his thing. I don't want to stand up for Brett Favre, but
I know I'm going to bring this back home to college basketball because I got to be honest. Out of all the episodes, I think this is the most exciting one. The Big 12 is incredible. Yeah. The Mountain West is incredible this year, and then we have the Pac-12.
We do have a lot of conferences to get to. We should probably just get to it.
Yes, let's get to it. And as always, brought to you by sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Where you can bet big, win even bigger. Bet 100, get 100. State restrictions apply. So many ways to win over on WynnBet. Oh man, I wish I was in a WynnBet casino state right now. Love firing up that blackjack table.
#Legends only.
And of course, if you are able to hit the longest parlay of the week, you get $1,000 free credit from WynnBet. Of course, bet big, win even bigger. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older. And present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Man, just something about being in a muscle shirt just makes you want to flex. Definitely going to be rocking this in Vegas.
Can I just make
the fit on this is so Gucci, as the kids say.
Real quick, that's going to look real fire around the pool, Sean. Just real quick, if we fire,
because that's what we do. We go post up at the pool, hang out at the cabana.
Just to go back on ISO on you, if you're watching YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, with the scuba gear with the diving helmet on the table in this format, you can't tell. Colby, is that a snorkel? I'll let you see over here. Is this a snorkel over here? Is that a
no, dude. But look, how is the snorkeling world?
It's great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, you've been snorkeling around a little bit.
I've had 2 separate requests for free dive like a man T-shirts. That's how it's going.
Wow,
well, we got the SGPN dive team shirts going.
We will.
Yeah,
and ours are the old school diving helmets where you actually have to pump the oxygen in, or you get the bends pretty bad.
Yeah. Meanwhile, what do you're the type of guy that says he's fishing, Sean. Meanwhile, he's like on the shore of the ocean. You know, like on the beach, just throwing the fucking fishing rod out there.
He's got the waders on, hanging out.
You're not really fishing, man.
He's on the pier.
All right.
So like I'm not going to get into a death match discussing my ability to dive off a diving board versus you.
Oh wow!
Please.
Happy to engage in any sort of fishing competition. I mean, for you to come here and place commentary on my fishing abilities. And to say that I'm just a fisherman.
You know, they call me Blue Marlin Dundee. You know that, right?
When the shit goes down, some of us will know how to get food by way of fishing, and some of us won't.
Oh, please.
And maybe I'll share with you, and maybe I won't.
He thinks just a weekend out at Catalina where he's just making s'mores. All of a sudden, he's friggin'
Oh, I mean, Sean understands that. You know, if we're in a post-apocalyptic world, your best strategy is to get to my fucking house within 24 hours. That's your best strategy.
Your best strategy.
Your best strategy.
Why is that? The pool?
No, because we're gonna get the fuck out of Dodge, and I got the supplies. Shout out to me.
Shout out.
I mean, we worked out of that garage for a long time. You guys saw what I was working with. At least 2 months worth of water. Conference USA. We're heading to Frisco, Texas. That's not where I would recommend going in the case of a zombie apocalypse. Probably a lot of zombies with big trucks out there, and the humidity would be horrible. I mean, we're having a little bit of humidity here in Southern California, and it's fucking with my back, my knees. From the bottom to the top, UTSA, aka Texas San Antonio. They're the 11 seed. They're 300-1.
Meep.
Do it one more time.
Meep.
Yeah, no, the Roadrunners, unfortunately, more of a football program. FIU. 150-1. A lot of bad teams in this conference.
Actually, Airport, not a bad team.
Louisiana Tech, the 10 seed, Rice, the 6 seed, and UTEP, Texas El Paso, the 9 seed, all 100-1. Western Kentucky 90-1, and then we have the contenders: Middle Tennessee State, the 4 seed, 18-1. Charlotte, the 5 seed, 14-1. North Texas, the Mean Green, 260. Plus 210 for UAB, the Dragons, non-declarative of Sea Orland. And FAU, Florida Atlantic, the 1 seed plus 150.
I gotta say, Sean, some heavy snorkeling on that analysis right
What
there.
did I do?
Because really, the only bad team is UTSA.
Well, not according to the odds.
I'm just saying, like, look, I mean, this is a bit of the Conference USA is way the fuck up.
Why?
The fuck up.
Yes, but we have broken down a lot of conferences, and when you're sitting outside of 100 to 1, it's a statement about you as a team and your ability to win the fucking thing. So stop being a soccer mom.
Snorkeling a little bit.
I'm
Snork.
I'm happy. I'm happy with you that they're good this year, but Colby, this is a tournament where half the teams can't win.
Really?
I mean, let's go then. Give me the long shot we're taking.
I think
talk me into one of these teams.
You can make sense into
See?
Well, Florida Atlantic going to be in regardless, right? I mean,
depends how everything shakes out, but yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
You see, you're going to play. They don't need to get the angle.
No, I'm just saying, looking at the tournament, the conference tournament in general, who is close that would need it the most? Florida Atlantic probably in, unless they like lose in the first round or whatever.
Are you gonna? I mean, I'm waiting for the Colby. I'm willing to be swayed.
I was loading up the bracket, but for some reason the women's came up first.
Oh well, that's I mean the more important bracket.
Yeah, I think UAB is a fantastic play here. They had Jelly Walker injured for a while. I think. I mean, I don't think Rice is a horrible play. They get UTSA.
UAB is coming in pretty hot too. Only lost 1 game since January 21st. They're cooking.
Yeah, and they're in the contenders range. Like what I'm saying is that basically if you play in the first round, the play-in round, your odds are 90 to 1 or better. Any of those do any of those teams have a fighting chance?
I mean, didn't Middle Tennessee beat Florida Atlantic? Was that the team?
Yeah, but Middle Tennessee is 18 to 1. So they're like a middle shot. When I went from 90 to 1 to 18 to 1, I said the contenders, and then you gave me shit about it.
So
which one of these teams are you taking?
You snorked a lot, dude. This is a good conference.
You're freaking the dogs out, Kramer. Florida International. Now they are 150 to 1, but you only need to win 4 games in a row, and they've done that before in this season. They had a stretch where they won 4 games in a row. Now, granted, it was against UTSA, Western Kentucky, Middle Tennessee, and Charlotte, but they did win 4 games in a row. Could they get hot?
Middle Tennessee needed overtime against the airport. I'm sorry. FAU needed overtime against the airport. Look, there's vulnerability here. Okay. All right.
Okay. So where are you taking that stab? Which long shot?
So I'm going to take UAB first off at plus 210.
I was gonna come into this situation and say UAB is the single shot plus 210.
Yeah, and then let's get juicy here, right?
You got to give me something big. It's got to be 90 to 1 or better. Or are you just gonna give me Middle Tennessee State? I've partied at Middle Tennessee before. They got this bar. At least they used to back in the early 2000s. They had a bar where there was an outdoor bull you could ride. Colby. No padding on the ground.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh,
good old time.
Well,
that's back when they. That's back when they.
So Middle Tennessee has to face Charlotte in round 2, and then the winner of Florida Atlantic versus the winner of Western Kentucky UTEP.
Yeah,
I'll take some. What is Charlotte's odds here?
Charlotte's not a super long shot. It sounds like you agree with me. I'm glad you agree with my take.
Charlotte's only 14 to 1.
The problem is, man, is these teams are good, so I don't know who's going to win between Florida International and Louisiana Tech. Like I know Rice is going to beat UTSA, but the problem is Rice has not matched up with UAB well. But the airport, if they got to playing UAB, I think they could. Give me the airport. Let's sprinkle some in the airport.
I mean, honestly, Florida International at 150 to 1 to win 4 games in a row at 150 to 1 seems crazy.
No, yeah.
I'm on FIU 150 to 1, and then just round it out with a little chalk there. UAB plus 210.
You know, the problem though is Frisco, Texas, not far from Denton, Texas. So North Texas does have a huge advantage as far as their fans.
Yeah, UAB is not that far.
What?
It's not that far.
No, but I'm saying like they've done this for years. Like they did this last year, right?
Yeah, I know.
I feel like it's like a North Texas home game for the whole fucking tournament.
9 hours. That's a bit of a drive. All right.
So Kramer, you're just on UAB.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
you were talking up Middle Tennessee. The chat seems to think there's an MTSU possibility.
You know what? I'll take a second, but it's not. I just want to be validated. My line where the contenders was accurate, and then I bullied Colby into agreeing with Sean.
I'm gonna hop on Western Kentucky also.
Western Kentucky at 90-1.
Well, they probably have arguably on paper. I would say this. Them and UAB are the most talented teams. They've had injuries. They even had their coach injured for a while. They are capable.
Wait, what happened to their coach?
He had some type of surgery on his back or shoulder or something. I think. But they're capable if they can ever put it together. The only question is what it just seems like they haven't been able to put it together all year.
I mean, they started out great, 8-1, first 9 games of the season. I think if you're talking yourself into them at 90-1.
I'm just saying from a roster standpoint, they can present problems to pretty much every team in this league.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm they got to play Florida Atlantic right after that. I think they're going to be cooked if they make it past there. So I'm just going to stick with Florida International at 150-1 in UAB. Colby's got UAB, Western Kentucky, and FIU. Kramer's on Middle Tennessee and UAB.
Hell yeah.
Last time they played FAU, it was a close game in Boca Raton at the old folks' home. I think they're capable in Texas of having some success. Let's go.
Old folks do travel. Not quite as well as the horrors of Radford, but they'll get there. All right, UTEP first round action Wednesday, March 8th, 3:30 on the West Coast. Western Kentucky, the 8 seed, UTEP, the 9 seed. Western Kentucky laying a point.
Lay it.
All right, that was easy.
Western Kentucky historically has done well in this tournament. They've reached the semis 14 of the last 17 tournaments, and they own UTEP. They're 8-1 against UTEP.
They have an NIL collective. Like they bring in talent based off of money because of their culture.
Yeah, they got it's that Texas culture.
No, I'm talking about Western Kentucky.
Oh.
Yeah. Western Kentucky brought Emmanuel Akon in from Boise. Davion McKnight is a really good player too. So I think give me Western Kentucky. But UTEP's a good defensive team. Joe Golding's their coach. Remember he was at Abilene Christian when they knocked off Shaka Smart.
The Kentucky is a low key willing to do anything for sports state. Like Alabama's taken a clear lead lately, but Kentucky's right there.
But UTEP's offense is just so bad. You got to go Western Kentucky.
Yeah, concur. Discord, enjoy it. Enjoy that Roadrunner. Louisiana Tech, the 10 seed. Florida International, the airport, the 7 seed.
Tough game.
6 p.m. on the West Coast.
I mean, if I'm on
Tech
FIU, if we're taking FIU at 150-1, we gotta like them here laying 3 against Louisiana Tech, right?
Well, no, we're taking them because we think there's value in some of these. But this is a scary game for me because La Tech, when they're on, they almost beat FAU the other day. It's a good game. It's a good game right here. This is like one of the better, of the shitty games that go first for all these conferences we've covered. This is a good game.
Sorry, can't hear you over the fight music.
Snork.
So,
all right.
So you're gonna. This sounds like you're taking Louisiana Tech.
I'm riding with the airport,
Okay.
but I'm just that was my hesitation on me taking the airport originally.
Yeah,
was the fact that I don't know that they get past Louisiana Tech.
Just watching Mike Bray pregame receive a nice plaque.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that guy.
Can't wait for our Bray Pride Parade.
It's like the Jeter retirement tour here. Yeah, Coach K's got to be so pissed off. He's like, "You're giving him one of these." Louisiana, both these games were close this year. I agree with you guys. Both games were close.
I mean, they beat Louisiana Tech by 4 at home.
A 4-point game, and then I think they lost in overtime by a point. Maybe.
Yeah, on the road though. So now neutral court. I think they get it done, and especially if you're getting 3 points.
Yeah. So Discord back-to-back picks.
Louisiana Tech.
Enjoy yourselves. 6:30 on the West Coast. We got the 11 seed UTSA, Rice, the 6 seed. Rice laying 5 points here. Big number. Are we meeping?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, didn't
Rice is
UTSA
coming-
upset them? I feel like that was one of their upsets this season.
This is great.
Rice has been. I mean, both teams have been really bad, but Rice losing 9 of their last 11.
They beat Rice on February 16th.
Yes, that
on
was
the road.
shocking. They were like a 15-point dog in that game.
Yeah.
And Rice needed overtime in UTSA's play. So I think we're gonna meet Meep here.
UTSA.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Pretty rough season.
I think I gotta take the points here.
Can you hear me down there?
Rice
on the bottom of the ocean.
Rice down the stretch, just 2-8, man. Early in the year, they were pretty good.
John just parked the hot tub jet ski. If you want to hop in,
No, I was
watch some Conference USA action.
I was gonna
look at that jersey. That goes right with the jet ski hot tub.
No, I'm heading over to Lake Havasu.
I mean, that is literally what kind of vibe you looking for? Jet ski hot tub.
UTSA has 1 win in December, 1 win in January, and 2 wins in February.
They're getting better.
They already got their 1 win in March. I'm worried about the idea that they could get another win. It feels like they're going to lose but cover. They started out good early on the season, but Rice is really falling apart. They have there's no way Rice should be laying 5. Give me UTSA all day.
And I was making all of those jokes, not even focusing in on the fact that he's also got a camo SGP hat on. So
I'm ready.
Full blown jet ski hot tub. Is this a movie? Jet ski hot tub time machine. That's the sequel. Yeah. So Discord is getting heavy Conference USA action. That's because we love the United States of America and its conference. All right, so then we head over to Thursday, where the first game is Western Kentucky UTEP winner versus the 1 seed Florida Atlantic. Then we hop over to 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Charlotte, the 5 seed, MTSU, the 4 seed. Charlotte -1. I'm not sure. Would a snorkeler? I don't think a snorkeler would notice a MTSU. That's for sure. But just free diving right next to you right now. You need those performance enhancing tanks. Meanwhile, I'm swimming freely here with the fishes. Middleton, obviously, I'm on MTSU to win the whole thing. So wow, I'm taking them here as a short dog, right?
Charlotte's offense to me is the best unit you'll be seeing in this game. Top 25 3-point percentage, 63rd in the nation 2-point percentage, shooting 74.7% from the line. It's almost a full 7 better than Middle Tennessee. I like Charlotte in a big way here. They're favored for a reason. Give me Charlotte.
It's this ball game. This ball game, guys. Let's get excited for this one.
Colby likes this ball game.
It's tails wagging. I can feel it.
Can they hit a 3 is the question, because Middle Tennessee's been awful at shooting all year. Give me Charlotte -1.
Right,
Former
beautiful.
Tony Bennett assistant, coach of the Clits. So
You like the Clits?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a rock fight. Give me Charlotte -1.
Alfred's 44 in the chat says MTSU is a dog, tiny dog.
The same thing. And then the rest of the quote second round will be La Tech FIU winner versus North Texas, the 2 seed, and UAB the 3 seed taking on UTSA or Rice. Nice work, guys. Let's move along. Big 12 heading to Kansas City, Missouri, the T-Mobile Center.
As if Kansas needed any more help, right?
Carry on, oh wayward son.
From the bottom to the top, we've done a lot of these conferences. None of them are as tight as the Big 12. The worst teams in the conference are 40-1. The Oklahoma Sooners, the 10 seed, Texas Tech, the 9 seed, Oklahoma State, the 7 seed. They're 30-1. Then you go drop down all the way to West Virginia, the 8 seed at 15-1. TCU, the 6 seed, 750. Iowa State, the 5 seed, 650, along with Kansas State, the 3 seed. Baylor, the 4 seed, plus 500. Texas, the 2 seed, plus 330, and the favorite, the 1 seed, Kansas Jayhawks, plus 240.
Hey, Big 12, make your football championship game in Kansas City like you used to at this legendary place called Arrowhead Stadium. Instead of that filthy
it's an NFL
bullshit, you're playing in Dallas at Jerry's World. All right.
That is a disgusting act.
Conference USA is playing at the Cowboys practice facility, so this is just really, this is really a disgusting, gross episode.
So this is obviously the kind of thought we should just do an episode for the Big 12 by itself. It's such a good conference.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, obviously it's not crazy to say any team can win. It's not hyperbole, but realistically, Colby, are you drawing a line in the sand after West Virginia?
No.
Is this the? Oh, so you think Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and Oklahoma can win?
Probably not Texas Tech with their recent scandal of their head coach being suspended for basically saying some very questionable stuff.
Okay.
Calling someone there, he was saying that he's their master. I think he said. Then he, wow. but to his credit, he did say that he was quoting the Bible, which I have no idea if that's accurate.
So this was one of Beard's assistants, huh?
Yeah, Mark Adams. He's 67 years old. Maybe
Beard's coaching tree might be a little rotten.
You choose a different term. All right, just maybe read the room a little bit. You know, just an idea, Mark Adams. And then even the Bible thing, I think, you know, it's going to be interesting to see.
That's nice though, blaming the Bible.
Yeah, throw the Bible.
It's the Bible.
So it is. Well, it's like one of the best answers to try to get out of it. I feel like
the Bible made me do it.
Quoting the Bible. Quoting the Bible. What do you mean?
No one's actually read the Bible. It's perfect. You just say, oh, that's the Bible.
Yeah. You talking about Phil Steele's magazine?
Yeah, that's
Colby's Bible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So West Virginia 15-1. They're in the mix. I mean,
yeah, Moneyline Mac. What are we doing here? I got Hey, Moneyline back. Start sliding into my DMs with some sweet picks here.
Oh, I've seen this pick record over on their college basketball picks page.
One of our college basketball experts is different than all the rest. That's all I have to say.
Kramer, he's right here,
and he might be a member.
Snark.
Well, Team Ryan is much snork.
There was that cartoon Come Along with the Snorks. Do you ever see the cartoon The Snorks?
No.
Oh man, that's the Photoshop upcoming.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So obviously, it is hard to look past the top of the conference. I mean, isn't this the kind of thing where Self wins this and then chokes it in the? Well,
them choking in the actual tournament always is a great tradition, unlike any other.
I said maybe not this year for me. I might be on them.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah. They're good, right?
I mean, isn't everybody in this conference? You get away from the fog, you find out who your team really is.
I mean, Kansas, they've won 2 of the last 4. Obviously,
it's still going to be a Kansas crowd, though.
To me. Like Colby, let's talk about TCU.
Yes,
plus 750.
Well, I definitely am going to sprinkle that.
All right, let's start.
When Miles is healthy, they've only lost 5 games.
You have to start there, I think, right?
Yes.
I mean, let's.
And they don't play in that first round.
I'm trying to find the bracket here. I'm having a hard time
Colby,
finding the bracket.
It's a pretty simple bracket. They have 10 teams, so 4 teams play in the quote first round, aka the play-in round. Why is every play-in round now first round?
They got the TCU's path because they're playing at the bottom. They won't have to play Kansas or Baylor till the championship game.
Yeah, or West Virginia. There you go, Mac. No, I'm all over TCU. I almost. In a way, though, because I have them, I want to take them in the NCAA tournament. So in a way, I almost don't want them to win the Big 12 championship.
Yeah,
because they could. TCU has the ability, I think, to peak too early, go on a run here. Kansas, Texas, they don't really need it, and then peter out in the actual tournament.
Yeah, but it is tough to look past those top teams. But yeah, it's TCU, and so what do we pair TCU with?
Do we pair them with? Go back to the bracket.
All right, let me bring up this bracket.
Oof, I was gonna say maybe Kansas State, but
they run it. I mean, then you're just.
But I don't like that because they play each other in their first game, and those odds aren't high enough. I think
the problem is I think Oklahoma is capable of beating Texas, but I also think Oklahoma State's capable of beating Oklahoma. We don't even see Oklahoma, Texas, so. I think just Iowa State just beat Baylor. I doubt they'll be able to do that again. So I guess give me Baylor and TCU.
Got a question in the chat here. When is the Big Ten picks episode? We actually just knocked that out. This is the second episode of the day. Putting in work over here. So check that out. And stay subscribed. YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I kind of think it's fun to take something. If I'm going to take TCU on the bottom, but to take something on the top, West Virginia and the Mountaineers at 15-1. Colby, tell me I'm crazy. Tell me they have no shot.
No, they've been playing a lot better ball lately.
Do it. You can't do it. I mean, they're bound to avenge that Kansas loss. They played them really well. I mean, just hearing Bill Self talk about that West Virginia team after that game, to me, that's a team that can hang around in this conference tournament.
The problem is if there's a crowd for anyone, it's going to be Kansas. So that's why maybe we even.
I think we just take Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kansas and TCU.
I think that's probably the smarter play.
Well, and
so you guys are taking Kansas and TCU.
Well, furthermore, because Iowa State just beat Baylor, so it could be like Kansas could end up facing
Iowa State,
and then it's like, all right, so maybe you're right to have West Virginia sprinkled as well, Sean.
It's not even that crazy that Oklahoma could do this. They just took Texas to overtime in Austin. So if they beat Oklahoma State, they're very well capable of beating Texas. And then we did just see them whoop TCU.
Yeah. So you want to add Oklahoma?
I feel like they have been playing. No, I'm not going to do it, but I'm just saying this conference is insane.
I like that. So anyone else you want to make a case for?
I love the
Colby
whole conference, guys. You want to talk about each team? I can go one by one.
Should we bet on every team to win the conference?
Colby's like Nick. He's like Nick Cannon. Every Big 12 team is one of his children. I think Nick Cannon actually has 12 kids. Loves them all. Does it? That's the only thing Colby doesn't like about the Big 12 tournament. One of these teams isn't going to win it. Actually, 11 are not going to win it.
Is Nick Cannon a quarterback? Who's that?
We got to call him.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
He's Morgantown Mac as well.
Ooh,
it's a good alternative nickname.
Morgantown, Moneyline, Mac. Gersberger in the chat says Bob Huggins is Bobby Knight without the chair throwing. I am just exhausted.
Yeah, fun random West Virginia story. The older daughter has been digging through the old T-shirts and pulling stuff out.
Oh,
randomly found a shirt from the 2001 chicken tournament at beautiful Morgantown, West Virginia. That was the pepper spray. No, that weekend is when the pepper spray.
Love the pepper spray in Morgantown.
So yeah, I mean it's like a fine wine from Central California. It just hits right.
I think if you
they actually there's some backwoods folks make their own pepper spray.
Yeah,
they jar it. It's kind of like it's moonshine mixed with pepper spray. It's got a nice zing to it.
And anyone that's never been to Morgantown, if you can go there, I would say have about 17 Jaeger bombs and mix that with pepper spray. Fantastic experience.
I mean, we're joking, but we did used to drive up to West Virginia for a couple reasons. 1, moonshine. 2, Everclear. 3, full nude strip clubs. It was all practical. All right, should we head to the first? Anyway, you want to add anything else, Sean? You're just going TCU West Virginia.
Yeah,
I'll allow you.
I'll be honest. Some things move my needle. Mainly sword vitality, but I'll be honest. Cashing a plus 240 conference tournament winner, it's just not for me.
Really,
it's just not for me.
Really?
Wait,
so you don't like hitting a 6-point dog on the money line on a Sunday?
Not in this.
That doesn't feel good.
Not in this scenario where there's.
Because I'm looking at him. He's at minus 200 for Iona.
Well,
right?
in a tournament scenario like this, no one else can win it but Iona, so I have to give that out for the fans.
All right, are you
TCU West Virginia? If you're scared, get yourself a dog. I'm not. Let's go.
Dude doesn't like winners. First round. Let's head over to Wednesday, 4 p.m. on the West Coast.
I gave out Kansas to win the conference tournament. What?
Again, it's not. It's just short of a
My
touchdown
aunt could
dog.
give out Kansas, Ryan.
Okay, we'll go listen to her then. Texas Tech, the 9 seed.
She's got some good takes.
They're taking on West Virginia, the 8 seed. West Virginia laying 3. It does kind of feel like Texas Tech is the one potentially dead unit here, based on
it's a good warm up game for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they're looking ahead to Kansas. That revenge game, that momentum that they will have going. Oh man, when my Mountaineers knocked, I mean, this is essentially Mountaineers jersey.
They just lost to Texas Tech. They're certainly not looking past.
No, they're on a revenge tour. Up first, Texas Tech. Up next, Kansas. West Virginia, they got this, man.
I'm with you. Lock it up.
It's a strong lock potential.
Yeah, all three of us roll it. Dick Gertzberger in the chat saying, talking about trash can punch. You guys called that jungle juice, right?
Yeah.
Yes, jungle juice.
Watch out for that at East Carolina.
Although at Virginia Tech, it was like there'd be like cases of beer in there too. Like,
I woke up once in the middle, like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon from the night before, maybe noon, something like that, in bushes in mulch with people playing a game of basketball. Like I'm right at the bushes right outside the basketball court.
Sometimes that's what college is
Jungle
for. Really.
juice will do that.
It's for time traveling. It's for understanding your limitations. When
Slept
it comes
like
to
a fucking angel though, man. Just some good sleep.
You were sore. Had some sore spots.
Recommend that if you're having sleep problems, drink a shit ton of jungle juice.
6:30 on.
It's the ultimate melatonin. Back in my day, melatonin was called Everclear.
Yeah, keg of Natty Light and some Everclear.
I had a guy on the Hammerjack. I was sleeping through. Is that the Hammerjack? Where
Jackhammer?
Jackhammer.
Hammerjack.
There we go.
Yo, you're hijacking my.
No CTE here.
Hammerjack sounds like a guy in like Magic Mike 3.
You're hammerjacking my pleasure center.
Jackhammer, Hammerjack.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Where's the Dr. Phil hijacking the pleasure center clip?
Oh, it's in the docket. Oklahoma, the 10 seed. Oklahoma State, the 7 seed. 6:30 on the West Coast. Oklahoma laying a point here. Agree with you, Colby, or the odds do that Oklahoma has a shot here.
Yeah, and especially when you factor in Oklahoma State swept them. Revenge spot for the Sooners.
Yeah.
I'm on the Porter Moser and the Sooners to stick it to Oklahoma State here.
All right.
This is probably one of the tougher round 1 games for the conference.
Yeah, I mean,
because Oklahoma State
don't snark, Sean.
They do have a really good defense, 19th in adjusted defensive efficiency, and that's why they were probably able to sweep them. But the revenge, I do like the revenge.
Hard to beat a team 3 times.
No, well, unless you're talking about the Eagles Giants, but congrats, Ryan. We haven't even done we haven't even popped the champagne yet for the Danny Jones contract.
Our social team's on top of it. This was predicted by me a long time ago, Sean. There's nothing surprising that happened today. Went right down to the last minute.
No, it's not surprising. It's exciting. The future is going to include Dan Jones 4 more years. 4 more years. You know what? Oklahoma, they got the quality wins. I think is what's going to get me over Oklahoma. And Oklahoma State's lost 5 of their last 6. All right, you talked me into a Dundee. I'll take Oklahoma -1. Kramer, what are you doing?
Yeah, all 3 of us. It's tournament time. So Porter Moser's really good looking all the time, but tournament time he's extra good looking. So he knows how to get the.
Have you noticed the heat? Because normally when you're in the shallow water snorkeling, you get the sun. Now you're coming in getting a little cold water as we head down into that. That blue yonder.
We need to have the social team do like a photo montage of Kramer's picks, and it's just like some fish you'd find up at the surface snorkeling. Kansas to win the conference tournament.
Yeah, and then
other chalky plays.
Me and Stack of the Money Green deep calling out SEMO.
Iowa State Baylor. What do you got, Kramer?
All right. Iowa State, the 5 seed, Baylor, the 4 seed, 4 p.m. We're moving over to. Did I write this down wrong? I believe this is on Thursday, the 9th.
Yes, it is.
Baylor -1 point here. I mean, we were just discussing this earlier on. I mean, Iowa State literally just beat Baylor. The end of the
9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m. Right.
Yeah. This game. Obviously, final game that we saw in the regular season, Iowa State goes into Waco, upsets the Baylor Bears, completes the sweep on Baylor. I like Baylor. Get right spot. Scott Drew's got to go back to that board and figure out how to beat this Cyclone team.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's possible, I guess, but I like the idea.
Why is Baylor? What's up with Baylor's defense, Colby?
I mean, they don't have the first off. They had injuries a lot of the year. Or, a couple guys out throughout the year. But yeah, they're just not as good. Reloading. They lost Michael Mayer to Illinois, and they lost some guys to playing pro ball somewhere in the world, and
maybe Turkey.
Yeah, and I think that just it's still a really good year considering how much you lost. But yeah, I think he finds a way. Scott Drew's a good coach. They find a way to get it done. Against Iowa State.
Yeah, I mean,
so you like the revenge?
I do.
I'm all over Baylor here. They're just not. They're not a team that's going to lose to the same team in back-to-back games. I just don't think they are. And if they do, I'll be shocked. This feels like lock potential.
Kind of got a revenge parlay going because Oklahoma State swept Oklahoma,
That's
so
true.
and Iowa State swept Baylor. Maybe we parlay those.
It's true.
I don't hate that. Kramer, what are you doing?
I
Cyclone
feel
guy.
like the victories weren't exactly the same. Like Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, but Iowa State dominating Baylor. Iowa State, we discussed this in the futures portion. That's part of why we like Kansas. Part of why Colby liked Kansas too, but he seems to have swapped his opinion over to Baylor here. We then have the winner of Texas Tech and West Virginia taking on Kansas, the 1 seed at noon on the West Coast, and then 4 p.m. on the West Coast, Thursday the 9th. Or no, I'm sorry. Then we have Texas taking on Oklahoma State, and then TCU the 6 seed, Kansas State the 3 seed. Probably the best matchup here in the first round.
All of those are great, but yeah, I agree.
-1 for Kansas State. Obviously, we're all on TCU.
Yep,
we like TCU here as a dog. I wouldn't be surprised if TCU is actually the favorite.
K-State might have some fans. They might have a fan advantage here, but I'm on TCU.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas City, of course, not actually in Kansas, but nearby, just across the border.
Yeah.
There is a Kansas City, Kansas, but it's not the good one. It's not the one they put the stadium in.
It's not the one with the barbecue.
They must just have some nice tax rules over there in Missouri. Hey, you want to live in the better Kansas City over here, not in Kansas, in Missouri? I mean, come on, that's always funny.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Team split, but yeah, I mean, if we like TCU to make a run here, you got to like them game 1 against Kansas State. Mike Miles being back is a difference maker for TCU. I don't know. Kramer, are you going to take Kansas State?
No. I led out this whole conference.
You like to be contrarian.
I led the whole conference out by saying we're going to take TCU.
Well, but you know that Kansas State's the 3 seed. If you most snorkels result in going with the higher seed.
All right, you
right?
did it.
Yeah.
You did introduce your chalk handicapping system where you just take the favorites.
That is for low mid majors.
on.
This is an elite conference. And again, I led this whole thing off saying TCU is a fun pick to win it all. And I'll go further. They'll be favored in this one by the time the game tips.
Wow.
Anything else you want to talk about? Both of you down there? Who knows what you're doing down there with your tanks, your tubes.
Colby, Mountain West is next.
Manufacturing friction. That's
me
what
and Green are down there scouting because the Mountain West is next, and chaos is on the fucking horizon.
Speaking of low mid majors,
hey, before we get to the Mountain West and before we take a real deep dive, time to put on the Shady Rays. Oh my God, look at this! Look at this fire fit right now over at youtube.com/sports gambling podcast. My Shady Rays with those polarized lenses with my sweet Teen Wolf jersey. Oh, the Shady Rays are really awesome. Like us, they're an independent company. They offer a world-class product, just as good as the expensive ones. Honestly, I had an expensive pair, ready to throw it out the window because I got these sweet Shady Rays. I don't need them. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by their lost and broken replacements policy. If you break your pair, even on day 1, they tell us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. So you can do whatever you want to those, and you're backed up by confidence with the Shady Rays replacement policy. And again, they're just good guys. They donated 20 million meals to fight hunger with Feeding America. And again, if you don't like them, and you're gonna like them, I mean, look at how awesome these are. They'll give you they'll return the pair for free within 30 days. No risk. These just honestly, look at how awesome these shades are. Great for outdoor adventures or deep sea expeditions. Make sure you head over to shadyrays.com and use that promo code SGPN. 50% off 2 pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 200,000 people. That's ShadyRays.com. Promo code SGPN.
I think there is some risk, John.
What?
Risk of not looking so fire.
Oh, there is. You're right. You're the only risk is of yourself.
Hey, let's improve that copy they sent over.
Just saw that the NCAA tournament.
What happened? Colby sounds sad.
Well,
what
they
happened?
Listed their announcer. Still no Gus Johnson in the NCAA
Really?
tournament.
Oh, why are they doing?
The world, things can't be perfect. They can't give everything.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, are we ever going to be able to solve any problems if we can't get Gus Johnson to call college basketball? Is there hope for anything?
It's been so long. There's probably people out there that have never seen the Kansas State Xavier double overtime.
That was a classic.
Was it Jordan Crawford and who Clemente?
Yeah.
Sorry,
what was his first name?
Oh, I got light.
My first thought is Roberto Clemente. Can't be him.
I passed out. I was too deep in the water there for a second. Let's move along. The Mountain West Conference. We're heading to Vegas. Nope, not the T-Mobile Arena. Not a cool casino like the Orleans. We're heading to the Thomas and Mack Center. They're hosting it. UNLV is actually hosting.
Wow.
The tourney.
That's like the Rams hosting a Super Bowl for themselves, and they still don't have that many Rams fans.
Still no fans.
Yeah.
Wyoming, the 11 seed, is 300 to 1, 250 to 1 for Air Force, the 10 seed. Fresno State, the 9 seed, 200 to 1. Colorado State, the 8 seed, 60 to 1. San Jose State, the 5 seed, 40 to 1. UNLV 17 to 1, the 7 seed, and the host school, New Mexico, the 6 seed, 9 to 1, 6 to 1 for Nevada, the 4 seed, Boise State, the 2 seed, plus 350, along with Utah State, the 3 seed. Remember, lots of Mormons in Vegas, Colby. I'm going to get ahead of that. And lastly, our gals, kind of the OG program for this podcast, before Mississippi State, before Washington State, before all of them, there was San Diego State, the 1 seed, plus 150.
San Diego State has owned this conference. They've won 3 of the last 6 tournaments. Obviously dominant in conference this season, 15-3. Rated a better conference than the ACC according to Ken Palm.
This conference is great, man. This conference is really good basketball. Like, I don't know. I mentioned a couple weeks ago on our college basketball show, I want to see a 30 for 30 on how the Big 12 became so good. I also want to see it on how the Mountain West became this respectable, because they used to be total ass. Like, they used to be like one good team, and even Air Force is way better than like Army and Navy these days. So
yeah, they're like a legit service academy basketball team. I'll start off with New Mexico. We fell in love with them early.
Yeah,
they got Patino's.
They
got Patino's son. I mean, they started out 14-0, and they since like fell apart in the second half of the season. But at 9-1, Colby, are we bringing them back here for a little bit of a run?
Well, I think so, because I like the way the bracket aligns. If they beat Wyoming, which actually Wyoming did win at the Pit, so something we should watch out. But they're capable. They get Utah State. Utah State's not the same team away from Logan.
No. Are we worried at all that the diner situation is a little different in Vegas? You can be more direct with your purchases.
Well, I would say this. You can find a good cup of coffee and food 24/7 in Vegas. So that's kind of a diner lifestyle. Ryan, Hash House a Go-Go, we've gone to many a times. That is a delicious diner.
Yeah, but that's a good place to go if you want some corned beef, not if you want someone to.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Throw some mayonnaise on your hot dog.
We're kind of just assuming that he's a diner guy. We don't really know what the younger Patino,
like father, like son, did.
I'm taking New Mexico here at 9-1, just because I'm
in on that action.
We've seen them play at a high level for periods of the season. I know they finish really poorly, but we've seen this in any of these conference tournaments. When there is an upset, it's usually a team that had flashed at some point earlier in the season. I mean, that 14-0 thing to me isn't a complete mistake. I realize they've fallen apart a little bit, but they're getting a little bit healthier. Part of it was injuries, so I like New Mexico 9-1.
Oh boy.
Do we throw in one of the chalky teams? Because if I like New Mexico, I can't play Utah State. San Diego State at +150.
Here's my thing.
Not that interesting for me.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So Utah State at 350. They lost both times to San Diego State, and they get not super competitive. Maybe that's the angle for why you like, because New Mexico runs into Utah State. I mean, Boise State would be the obvious team from the bottom half, right? Unless you want to play the home team card.
I was thinking about
the chalk for me is San Diego State, and it might just have to be a one bullet, or it's Boise State. It's one of those two to me. Is there any value in UNLV being at home? There isn't, right?
I mean, I think they're capable of beating Boise, though. This is a 4-point game at Boise just 2 weeks ago. Then they did get housed early in January, but I think they're capable of beating Boise.
See, to me, that top part of the bracket is just San Diego State's going to own it. I think if you're taking anything else, you got to go on that bottom bracket, and that's why I like New Mexico at 9-1. You could even talk me into Air Force aim high at 250 to 1. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna jot down Air Force 250 to 1.
That's I like where your mind's at, but
Sorry.
What's going on?
I'm flexing because
are you on like a chat with someone via Talkify?
Well, yeah, Grover the dog in the YouTube chat said, "Oh shit, I thought I clicked on Sports Gambling Podcast and not the Guns show, Sean.
Wow, Jesus.
Guns for the Beavers, yes, of course. Guns out for the Beavers.
People know how to please you.
I'm gonna just go Air Force in New Mexico. Maybe I'm a madman. San Diego State at +150. Just not moving my needle.
Yeah, you once again you're talking shit. I mean, who's the team? All right, so Colby, what's
the good team that no one's talking about? San Jose State.
Okay,
San Jose State, but the problem is they are playing Nevada. Nevada's been one of the most unpredictable teams in college basketball this year. I mean, I kind of like the UNLV angle because I think UNLV is capable of beating Boise, and then we would have New Mexico and UNLV rolling.
UNLV has the same thing that New Mexico has going for them, which is like they play a different style of game than San Diego State. So maybe they can.
San Diego State almost lost to Colorado State this year. So if Colorado State beats Fresno, that could be an interesting matchup. They were down 6, or they were down like double digits a lot of that game. Came back and won.
You really have to pull San Diego State out of their game. That's how you beat them. So.
I don't know. For me, New Mexico and Air Force, the goal is just to get one of those teams to the final, probably against San Diego State. And then you got a lot of options there.
All right, mark me down +150. That's it. That's it.
This is the snork pick of the day.
Yeah, it is. Give me some action.
They're the best team. They'll win.
Give me some action on Tim Miles and San Jose State.
Okay. So Colby's got New Mexico and San Jose State. Walk me through how Air Force could win this conference tournament, Colby.
They can't.
I think that's the one team that can't. I think everyone else like has a like Wyoming. They got hit with the injury bug, or they would probably be a lot higher up. So they're probably
all right. I'll take Air Force off. New Mexico.
No.
That's all I need.
No, let's both hop on UNLV.
UNLV.
Yeah, +1700. They're at home.
No, Sean, listen to this. Like if I was handicapping, like so the way that. Because I think San Diego State is good, and I think Utah State will have a hard time getting.
So wait, you're taking UNLV and San Jose State, Colby?
Yeah, loading up in the whole middle. Okay. Let's go.
All right, you can talk me into UNLV, but not San Jose State.
I think New Mexico and UNLV are the two teams that could surprise San Diego State, pull them out of their game.
All right, UNLV 17-1, New Mexico 9-1.
All right, so I'm gonna take one team. You guys are gonna take like 16 teams.
No, 2 teams.
Talk about I don't mind UNLV too. It's our second home.
Hop in there. All right,
give me a little UNLV. Sean and I are basically residents.
How far is your apartment from there?
A couple of hours, give or take. Although honestly, shout out to JSX, door to door. One time it was probably close to like 2 hours and 20 minutes. That was it was pretty rad. UNLV, I'll join you guys, but it's just a tiny sprinkle of a hey, I live here
JSX, Jackson State.
Jackson State.
Yeah.
I got hit up by one of these cappers online, and he said, "I'm a professional sports gambler. I used to give out free picks. I can hook you up with 3-day free trial, and then I charge $175 if you like my style." I wrote back, "This is a minus EV sales pitch."
That's a fun.
Still is not written back.
That's a funny bit. Is it? Are they selling sex or picks? Because
you wish you could get a free trial with sex.
it's a lot of the same.
I've said too much. Let's get to the games. Come on, Ryan.
Fresno State 9 seed, Colorado State the 8 seed. 11 a.m. here on Wednesday the 8th. Colorado State laying 2. Colby, any hope for the Bulldogs up there? Fresno?
Yeah, I think that's a game. I think that's a game right there.
I mean, they're both fairly bad, but Colorado State won the last game by 22 points. I'm a Ram guy. I like Colorado State. Shout out to Fort Collins, good town. Give me the Rams -2.
Look, they actually played more recently and beat them by 3, but they swept them this year. I mean, I like playing teams. I don't like. I'm kind of regretting the Oklahoma play at this point. The double revenge spot. Colorado State's the play.
Give me Fresno State. They're used to desert meth. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a good angle. Yeah, they're used to the desert meth. Air Force, the 10 seed. You just didn't want the Discord to have Fresno all to yourself. Air Force, the 10 seed, and the only team, quote, Colby doesn't think can win this conference tournament. They're taking on our UNLV Running Rebels.
UNLV only won by 1 last time.
You got to take the points. You got to take the points here.
We're laying 8 points with UNLV. That's a big number.
No, we're taking it.
Yeah,
with Air Force.
Yeah, taking Air Force.
Aim high.
Don't snork on this one.
No, Air Force is good at covering big numbers because their tempo is so horrific. They're going to slow this game down. They're going to ugly it up.
But isn't that the problem?
According to Colby, they're not going to win.
Hold on, Colby. Aren't they a bad team? And the other version of this game is they're not gonna keep up with this the running
just
Rebels.
Played.
I understand.
And UNLV should have lost that game. UNLV was very fortunate to win that game.
So then, don't we want to take UNLV -8?
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. The more I'm thinking about it,
Give me Air Force and the points.
Someone is not used to the elevation up here. Next up, Wyoming.
So wait, what are we doing?
I'm taking
UNLV. I'm laying the points because they're my running Rebels. I'm at this point basically
Vegas local, right?
A Vegas local.
I'll stick with Air Force +8 because when they win outright, then I can make fun of Colby.
This Hokies team is the fucking worst. Wyoming.
Brave Pride Parade coming to town.
Coming right through town.
Clear the street.
A lot of leather. Wyoming, the 11 seed. New Mexico, the 6 seed. This one's at 4 p.m. New Mexico laying 9 points here. Whew, that's a big number.
Too many.
That is a big number. All right, so
Wyoming won at the pit.
I was gonna say, what was the?
Personal.
They won by 14 on the road in the pit. You
got to take the points.
And they lost by a point at home.
Got to take the points.
New Mexico's defense is going to put them at the line. Wyoming's defense will put them at the line. I still like this New Mexico team. I like them to win the tournament, and I like them to get a cover here. Again, they really stumbled closing out the season, but if I'd like them to win the tourney and I like them to flip a switch, I like Patino to get in their ear early and often. I think this is a big get right spot game, get them some confidence, get them some momentum to really run it up. So I'm big on New Mexico.
I'm with you.
And Wyoming dealing with a ton of injuries.
My bad. I didn't identify this as a low mid major program. Just chalk system being deployed heavily. Anything to add, Colby?
I'm on Wyoming. Yeah,
of course you are.
And they made the NCAA tournament a year ago for a reason. They have a good culture there. Hunter Maldonado is an explosive player.
Colby OD'd on some THC.
Maldonado is good.
Yeah.
I know the chat's calling for Maldonado in Wyoming, but I'm sticking to my New Mexico guys there. Green chili.
Sean, do we have a big dog bark there?
Yes.
because that's what's going on in the Mountain West this week.
Really?
Yeah.
You just picked New Mexico to win the whole thing.
I know, but I'm saying is all 4 dogs are covering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But not winning
All
outright.
right, let's move over to Thursday.
Because that would the Air Force and Wyoming.
Well, I have a
winning,
6-point dog about to hit on the money line, and I got Fresno hitting on the money line. Let's fucking go! You want to join this team Snork? All right, you want to join Team Snork?
Air Force and Wyoming. You realize if they won outright, that would kill 2 of your 3 futures.
Air Force can't win outright.
Okay.
All right.
Aim high.
Thursday noon on the West Coast. We got the winner of Fresno.
Wait, we have breaking news. We have an urgent request in the chat. All caps. Can you please help me? It almost sounds like his wife has been kidnapped.
Oh, blink twice.
Should I take Stephen F. Austin money line today? Please help me out. Should I take Stephen A. Austin? Please help. We need like a distress signal sound.
Is this a bot? It might be. This is the
Laying
new,
one. Yes, you should. Trust the culture.
Don't talk to the bots. All right. Winner of Fresno State, Colorado State takes on San Diego State. Our gals / my gals, I guess, for the purpose of this episode. We're heading over to 2:30 on the West Coast for San Jose State. The 5 seed will take on Nevada, the 4 seed. Nevada laying 6. That's a big number. I know.
Wolfpack. We didn't really talk about them in the futures market at all. At 6-1.
I know Colby likes San Jose State in the future, so he's probably all over Nevada -6 here.
Great opportunity.
Funny guy over there,
funny
cutting his jokes.
I'm just commentating.
Look, Nevada
reality.
blew them out twice in the regular season.
Yeah, what does that tell you? Wait, Nevada blew them out twice, and you're taking?
Yep.
Give me Nevada.
Oh,
System
really?
play.
Snork.
Low mid major conference. You take the chalk.
Who's coach of the year? Tim Miles, San Jose State. Who's player of the year in this conference?
But they got
Chip Kelly won coach of the year.
No, in this conference,
Actually,
it's
he did.
Amari Moore, Tim Miles. Go together like ham and cheese.
So
all right,
they
let's
beat
go.
him. They beat him by 15 one time and 27 the other time.
Yep. You got to know when to hold them, know when to
All
fold
right,
them.
I'm on some. Sean,
Wolfpack aren't a bad team.
Sean, do you want to reconsider?
I just
your
don't
Air
like
Force
their.
pick?
No, I'm staying with Air Force +8. I will. You know what? I am going to go back and add Air Force as a future, just because of the vibes that are happening right now in this show. I feel like it would be reckless of me not to include a small sprinkle on Air Force.
I love seeing Snork Kramer go over
Steve
here
Alford,
and take Steve Alford and lay points with Steve Alford in the tournament.
That is troubling. Is this it's not the real tournament though.
Sean,
that's why you have to adjust for the conference tournament.
Low mid major.
You're right. Nevada -6.
Colby,
Easy play.
Come
San Jose
along with
State
the
plus.
All
right,
Sprinkle some on the money
rest
line.
of the second round happens on Thursday as well. All right, moving along to the last conference for the day, the Pac-12. Sean, some say the greatest conference to be playing in Las Vegas.
The Conference of Champions. As the Mojave Desert unfolds, you see a beautiful watercolor painting of textures and vibrant energy emitting itself from the beautiful T-Mobile Arena. The energy is coming together, and there isn't a touch of gray here. It's all bright colors and great vibes.
Reminds me of a Bob Seger concert I was at.
Oh, come on, you got to reference Grateful Dead.
That was a good Grateful Dead.
Well, no,
You'll need some box of rain to take in the hydration as we sweat it out in the desert with some Conference of Champions.
Bill Walton's definitely a humidifier in the room kind of guy.
Of course.
Las Vegas, Nevada plays host. They're at the actual the
Is that
nice
because he
place.
eats ass?
They're at. I mean, look, hippies.
Put a little LSD on it. He'll eat that ass.
Hippies don't discriminate on any sort of thing, any sort of input or output.
I heard that was a go-to move with the with.
I mean, that's how you
endear
endear yourself to the native population. T-Mobile Arena will play host from the bottom to the top. The 12 seed Cal, they're 500-1 with the Beavers of Oregon State. The 11 seed Stanford, the 10 seed.
Go Beavs.
They're 100-1 along with UW, Washington Huskies, the 8 seed, Colorado, the 9 seed, 40-1. Coach Prime be assisting in any sort of tournament activities?
Don't take Colorado.
28-1 Utah, the 7 seed, Washington State. The 5 seed, shout out to Pullman, 18-1, and Bigfoot. Maybe he'll pop in to the T-Mobile Arena. 15-1 for Arizona State. The 6 seed Oregon, the 4 seed, they're 12-1. USC the 3 seed, 8-1. Arizona the 2 seed plus 175, and UCLA the 1 seed plus 140. UCLA has 0 fucks to give about winning this tournament.
Yeah, I feel like the way they close the fact that they won the regular season kind of was their all right. Hey, we're the best. Blah blah blah. You know they're gonna get a good seed regardless. I mean they might want to just rest their players. I don't see them. I mean, not that these kids need rest. They're 18 years old, but I don't see the at plus 140. There's a decent number of other good teams here.
They're like one of the few teams I can really believe a like look ahead spot.
Yeah,
like they've been together for long enough that the mission is not to win this tournament; it's to win the next one. Yeah, obviously they're not going to try to lose.
And the top 4 seeds only get 1 bye, so it's not like they're in these. You know, it's not like the Gonzaga, like the.
No, it's the Pac-12. They're not trying to make it easier on their best teams.
No, not at all.
No, they're like, hey, we're going to do it the old school way. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Washington, like as far as dog stuff, I don't know because there is some top heavy hitters here. I don't think any of the I mean, Colorado down. I think you can't even consider. Am I right, Colby?
Especially because their best player KJ Simpson's out for the Pac-12 tournament. So don't take Colorado.
What's the shittiest team you could?
To me, Washington State I think is a bit frisky.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think they're playing better basketball than a lot of the Pac-12 right now.
And the reason being they closed out strong. Like they won 6 in a row, and even their loss. Yeah,
this is another.
I mean, listen to their last 6 wins. Washington they won 56-51. Oregon State they won by 18. Oregon they beat by 3. Stanford they beat by 4. Cal they beat by 6. Washington they beat by 9. And you look at first up Cal, the team that they can. I think handle pretty well. Like they beat Cal in Stanford there.
Well, and
they swept them. So
they would get Oregon after that. One of the teams that in that winning streak. Unfortunately, the winning streak did not include Arizona, USC, or UCLA, but certainly.
And that's where the angle of like them.
We're taking 3 teams here.
Okay.
Well,
but Washington State 18-1 is definitely one of them.
Finish the point, because if UCLA truly is looking ahead, where do they lose that game? Like, who's the team that upsets?
You ready for the 3 we're taking?
All right.
Washington State is one of them.
I agree with that. We'll co-sign that. 3 swords to the middle of the table.
We're taking Arizona State and Oregon. Those are our 3. Oregon plays Wazoo. Oregon almost beat UCLA the last time they played. I think Oregon also needs wins to solidify their spot in the NCAA tournament. So I like that angle. Arizona State, you could argue, is short of UCLA. You could argue the most talented roster in the conference.
You've talked me into Arizona State, but I'm not putting Oregon in there.
No quacks, huh?
No, well, just because I genuinely like Washington State at 18-1 is probably one of my favorite bigger dog plays in the conference tournament episodes, and I'm not going to take Oregon as well at 12-1. Like you're getting too cut up value wise because they play each other.
Yeah, you got to do some bracket analysis here.
But Arizona State 100% 15-1. Washington State 18-1. Those to me play those 2 middles and I think you're looking pretty good.
Isn't USC the random play, Colby?
No.
They lost to Arizona twice. It just seems hard to not find your way into.
They just had a little bit of regression from last year.
I don't like the Arizona State play.
Well, really? I mean, it's Bobby Hurley, so I understand that.
And I don't know if I like playing Oregon just because it line. I mean, I guess we play Oregon, Washington State. We got a Final Four team. Is that the logic?
Yep.
You know what? Let's do that. Washington State, Oregon.
You're crazy. Arizona State, Washington State. That's it for me.
Mount St. Mary's hit for us against Canisius, guys.
They came back.
Glad to see. I was a sharp projection there on Mount St. Mary's getting it done. Appreciate that pick.
No value on Oregon State or California at 500-1.
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. UCLA or Arizona will probably fuck us here. like real gibber. I mean, to have two favorites that low, just feel. You know what? Give me a taste of USC as well.
Great.
I don't think Arizona or UCLA is gonna. I need to have a piece. And it's the Pac-12, so you don't have it's a
LaSalle won by 17 guys against Rhode Island.
They explored their way into victory. I like that. All right, Colorado the 9th seed.
Rare miss by me.
Washington the 8th seed. This is noon on Wednesday the 8th. Colorado laying 5.
Can't do it.
The thing that scares me here is Colby has an affinity for Colorado Bison.
I can't take them though.
They're the Buffaloes.
And anytime anyone says don't pick my team, fade my team, trust me, their players out, fade. Then
right.
they end up pulling it out.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they are taking on Washington, and this coach is fired. It's a Thompson situation. So, all right, let's take the Buffs.
Washington beat Colorado twice, and Colorado's favored. That to me is
without their best player.
That to me is the line is telling you what to take.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take the Buffs. Just don't take them to win the Pac-12 tournament. They don't have enough talent.
Are you sure you're? I don't think Colby's very laser focused on the Pac-12 right now.
Are we sure this line is Colorado -5?
I'm gonna blindly take the opposite of whatever Colby takes in this conference.
Wow.
Washington plus 5. I
can't wait for you taking Cal against Washington State then.
Wazoo all day.
Yeah,
for that.
Oh yeah. Well, this one I'm not disagreeing.
Oh, going against what you just said.
Obviously,
play that music.
Obviously, I'm a Washington
Right, you
State
can't
guy.
call Colby out like that. And I mean,
yeah,
this is employee harassment. You can't say.
You know what?
You can't say.
Play the cocaine bear sound effect. Shame on both of you.
You did miss an obvious cocaine bear. That's that pricey Bay Area cocaine.
Cougar versus a bear. Well, maybe in the Bay Area, a cougar can take down a bear. Stanford, the 10 seed, they're taking on Utah, the 7 seed. This is at 6 p.m. Utah -2. I mean,
the Utes.
Were we not just talking about Stanford, Colby?
What about them?
I thought we were talking. I thought they're a program that you were liking.
I think their coach is on the cusp of being fired, but I will say the players seem to be playing for him. Give me the Cardinal in Vegas.
Last time they played, they beat Utah in Utah's place, which is not an easy trip.
Utah's coming in cold. They've lost 5 in a row, but they do have a healthy Webster and Madsen back.
Too many white guys on their team. Stanford only has minimal white guys for Stanford, and that is the difference.
The white guy quotient is higher on Utah.
I'm sticking with Utah here. I think getting those guys back is going to make a difference.
Oh, wait a second. Disagreeing with Colby. I forgot.
Kramer, you got to take Utah.
Oregon State, the 11 seed. Arizona State, the 6 seed.
Easy play.
8:30 on the West Coast. Which side am I on?
You're on Oregon State side.
Give me the
I'm
Beavers,
on
baby.
Arizona State.
See, when you're into major conferences, you want to make sure you're exploring the dog side of the bet. Snorkel.
Kramer on Oregon State +10. Arizona State. They're on the bubble. They gotta win. They gotta win. They gotta light it up a little bit.
I'm actually gonna do the lock portion from Sean's jet ski hot tub.
Oregon State 1-10 in conference. Great time to fade the Beavs. Give me the Devils laying the big number here. Feels like a good spot for them to get right. Go on a little bit of a run. All right. Hey, time to put on the shades for the Shady Rays, locks and dogs. ShadyRays.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, what do you got?
I don't mess with no devil. Lock. Conference USA.
And apparently it's mutual. The Devils did not mess with them.
Hell yeah. Lock number 1 in Conference USA. Let's just, Western Kentucky -the point. That feels like an easy one. Lock number 2 coming out of the Big 12. I think we got to go with the Huggy Bear farewell tour. West Virginia -3. Next up, the Mountain West mid majors. Remember to stay chalky. Oh, there's so much chalk to pick from here. And to your point, Steve Alford will scare me away from a lock, but give me New Mexico, Wyoming, hot trash. Lay the big number, pace too much. Last one, Pac-12. Oh well,
you're gonna have a lock battle here with Colby.
Yeah, no matter what, we're gonna have a lock battle. Give me the Huskies. This was the one Colby was least certain about. Also, the reason I brought the strategy out of fading Colby blindly for my dog. Well, I can't possibly take a dog from the Mountain West because I didn't take any dogs there. But I am going to go back up to.
I'm surprised you took one all day.
Meep. Give me UTSA on the money line. Take down Rice. All right. Now you guys can throw out your winning picks. Hopefully they're winning picks, except for Colby's lock in the Pac-12. That's going to be a loser.
All right. Conference USA. Give me Charlotte -1.
Oh, wow. Fading me.
Actually. Yeah.
I almost locked up Middle Tennessee State too.
Charlotte -1. Next up, we got a Big 12 lock. I mean, Baylor's not going to lose 2 games in a row to Iowa State. That I'm confident of. Give me Baylor -1 for my Mountain West lock. Give me the Rams. Colorado State -2. Like that team. And last but not least, for the Pac-12, give me Washington State.
No,
-13.
Not against the Bears. You took a bear and you faded a bear.
Cocaine bears have turned sour.
Also, he also got involved with the clits.
For my
some cocaine and some bears and some clits. Be careful.
For my
and a cougar was in there.
For my dog, give me FIU. Let's go.
Oh, riding with the airport. My first lock in the CUSA will be Western Kentucky -1.
Oh yeah, Colby.
Big 12, West Virginia -3.
Hell yeah, Colby.
And the Mountain West.
I'm not gonna say
the Mountain West.
Colby.
We're gonna go Wyoming +9.
Directly against my lock.
In the Pac-12, we are going to go easy play here, guys. You guys are overthinking everything. Yeah. All right, easy play on Stanford to get it done against Utah. Give me Stanford +2.
You always tell us about the Mormons in Vegas.
Wait, you guys both didn't take Arizona State -10. Actually, move that to Arizona State -10. That's even better.
So
a lot of good stuff. And the dog? Come on, it's Tim Miles, Coach of the Year in the Mountain West for a reason. Give me San Jose State to beat Nevada and Steve Alford. You love fading Steve Alford when he's a favorite in a conference tournament. You guys are idiots. What's going on?
Oh, but you just faded Beaver in Las Vegas. Vegas is a Beaver town. Come on.
All righty. That'll do it for the show. We got more college. I mean, we got so much college basketball coming at you. Toss us a nice rating review over on Apple Podcasts. Got a $100 gift card that's burning a hole in my pocket. Hunter Morales saying, "What's up, fellas? I see the shady bookie shades, aka ShadyRays.com. Promo code SGPN. Get over there." Smash that subscribe button over on the YouTube, and we will be back for a triple header. We got a PGA Championship preview coming at you. So much action here over on the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
What's up?
Are they D2 PGA?
Yeah, PGA's. They're a D2 team. They're a D2 conference. We're covered. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Excellent work to get through these 3 big time conferences and the Mountain West.
Kramer, let it ride.